for inviting me to be a part of this conversation. Everything that Bonnie said is fantastic, and I understand if you live on campus, it might be easier to volunteer on campus. However, I'm here to talk to you about the Arts Guild. So the PEI Arts Guild is a nonprofit registered charity that is owned and run by the province. And it has a mandate to own and operate the Guild Theatre and Art Gallery that's located at 110 Queen Street. So it's on the corner of Richmond and Queen, super accessible. Take the number 1 to the end of the line and then walk around the corner and you'll find us there. We provide a venue and supportive services for new and established visual and performing artists across the island. So we are also kind of rent our space to different arts organizations. So Music PEI is here, the French Society is here, Pride PEI is here, Craig Fair Music is here as well. And every year we host more than 200 public events, in addition to hosting various rehearsals, meetings, play readings, and workshops that are private events as well. We're a super small team here. So Brian Markham is the general manager. My name is Grace Kempinski, and I'm the theater and communications manager. And then my coworker, Jay Whitehead, is the community engagement and theater manager. So what I'll be talking to you about today specifically is our black box. We are run by a board of directors. So Haley and Trudy, our co-chairs, Bill, Martin, Sean Hogan, Joan, Doug, Kelly, and Nicholas are all on our board. That's all of the really boring stuff. So I'm just kind of skimming through that pretty quickly. To volunteer with us has a great, powerful impact on our community and on our organization. So your contribution helps us connect with artists, with audiences, and lots of different opportunities. And we also know that volunteering, you're giving time and energy, and in return, we want to give you a safe, respectful, and rewarding environment. We have a few roles that people can do. So one thing that you could be is a front of house volunteer. So that's the kind of person who would like read our free guests as they come in. They would hand out programs, scan any sort of tickets for shows, and assist people with seating. We also have event volunteer roles. So you would support in special events, any sort of reception and community gatherings, and then just our general support volunteers, which could help with setup, promotions, and other activities as needed. So we do lots of stuff in our space. Here's a picture of a maker's market that we had last year. So set up with that would include kind of like getting the tables and stuff ready for folks as they're getting ready for their market. Here's a picture of a movie screening that took place during Pride PEI's festival last year. Earlier this year, we had a wearable art party dance. So, you know, volunteering there would be kind of just counting people as they come in because we have a capacity, or making sure that people know where they can hang their coats. I don't know if you know who the Papalopalots are, but they are a great kind of improv comedy troupe on PEI. Again, it would be the kind of thing where you would help people kind of find their seats. Sometimes we help the artists get things ready as well. Excuse me. And this year and last year as well, we hosted the Charlottetown Film Festival. So as you can see, the room has been set up in circles or small tables with chairs so people can watch and hear about everything that's going on there. And finally, this is an art battle that took place at the Guild last year. I think it's happening again this year. Our space is used in lots of different ways. And so there's lots of different ways in which our volunteers can help with those events. As a volunteer, you have the right to work in a safe and respectable environment. To receive clear information, you'll be given a full orientation to the Guild and our policies, and then have your personal information kept confidential. But and you're expected to sign and follow our volunteer code of conduct. We want you to stay home if you're sick or exams or really busy and you can't come. You know, we recognize these are busy people as well. So certainly during exam time, we would expect people to kind of not be here if necessary. Be punctual, carry out your duties and ask for some here are policies and procedures and support other team members. You get free admission to the show or the performance. So perhaps, so we put on a lot of play, for example. So if you're working the door, helping people find their seats, once everybody is in and the show ended, you're welcome to join the audience and sit and watch the show as well. If we're setting up for your as those go volunteer appreciation events and social, you'll build skills and opportunities in customer service, in arts administration, and events operations. And you'll get to experience the joy of being part of a creative and welcoming arts community. If you do want to become a volunteer, so I have this on the form. I've also sent my PowerPoint presentation to Jess, who can then email it to you. But it really is a pretty simple step where you complete our volunteer sign-up form. You would read through our 10-page volunteer handbook, which we would email to you afterwards. There would be a volunteer orientation, and you would sign our code of conduct. And then really we would just sit and figure out a schedule that works best for you. And that is it. Like I could talk about the festival or about the guild, but for the most part, I think that it's pretty clear. If you have any questions, by all means, and you're welcome to email me at gkempinski@theguildpei.com.
So thank you so much, Grace. Yeah, I just put the link to that form in the chat. So if anybody is interested in that form, it's in there. And we also have your email in there. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to raise your hand, hop on the mic, or type them in the chat. Is there a deadline for the application to volunteer? No deadline.
No, we take volunteers at different times. So like I know that exam time is coming up pretty soon, so it might be the kind of thing that somebody might say, I want to volunteer, but in the new year, and that's perfectly okay. We kind of have a rolling deadline when it comes to volunteers. We'll onboard people at different times throughout the year, and there are times when people, will kind of like take a break for a while because they have certain things like the summer, they just want to go and travel or have a full-time job that's occupying most of their time. So, so certainly people can also kind of take a bit of a sabbatical from their volunteering as well with us.